that down, let's move on to this, shall we? It is not an exaggeration to say Warner Brothers is one of the most preeminent and most important film studios in the history of the business. Absolutely is. It's gone through a lot of changes over the years, including like a very failed ownership of AT&T, the big move over with Discovery. Now it's Warner Brothers Discovery. Well, now, according to reports coming out, Warner Brothers Discovery is moving towards splitting the company. CNBC and now others are reporting that Warner Brothers is positioning itself to split the company in two. They write the following. Warner Brothers Discovery, WBD.O, is moving towards a potential breakup, CNBC reported on Thursday, as media companies explore options for their struggling cable TV business and sharpen focus on their faster-growing streaming and studios division. WBD laid the groundwork for a possible sale or spinoff of its declining cable TV assets. And let's face it, everybody's cable TV assets are declining. In December by announcing a separation from its streaming and studio operations. It reported results under the new structure for the first time on Tuesday. Splitting would align Warner Brothers Discovery with Comcast, which is also spinning off the fading NBC Universal cable TV networks, including MSNBC, CNBC, to position itself for growth in the streaming area. Okay, so what does this basically look like? When it comes down to it, what would Warner Brothers splitting itself into two companies ultimately look like? And it would basically be this. On the one side, let's bring this up. On the one side, you would have the studios and their major streaming assets. So one company would be Warner Brothers, HBO, Max, would all kind of be under one thing. This is the stuff that's working for Warner Brothers right now. Their streaming numbers have gone up. They've announced the first round of being profitable, all that kind of stuff. And HBO is still the gold standard of quality on television. In the new company, that would apparently still be owned by the same shareholders, but it would be a completely independent company. They would form a new board of directors, all that kind of stuff, can be sold to somebody else, all that kind of stuff.
Different earnings.
Yep, separate earnings, all that kind of jobby stuff. You would have things like the Food Network, HGTV, TNT, Discovery, TLC, TBS, and all of their basic cable television stuff. And it's not cable, it's HBO. That's why HBO is over there under Warner Brothers and Max. Now, the general feeling out there from, like I was talking to a friend of mine earlier this morning, saying like there are other big studios like Comcast is looking at spinning off Universal and its main studio stuff and its streaming things from all of its television assets. There's some talk that these remnants television assets from all these different companies may merge into one company. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe once Warner Brothers spins off as its own company, they may look to partner with something like a Disney or something like, I don't know, another major streaming company, or just continue operating on its own thing. But it looks like they see the way forward to be more profitable is to split these things in two and create two different divisions. You know, one of the things that I really liked when Warner Brothers got acquired by Discovery is I liked the idea of Max having all the HBO stuff. And I admit it, I'm a fan of Food Network and HGTV and stuff like that. I am. I liked all of that being under one roof. But that didn't work.
No.
Right? People don't look at HBO Max as that sort of, they look at it as premium television. And it didn't work. I was looking forward to it, but it didn't work. And now in response, you're just seeing that the better way forward is to spin them off into their own thing and leave the studio and HBO and Max as its own thing as well. That seems to work. Rob, this seems to be the way most of the companies, Disney is starting to divest itself of its cable network assets. Comcast Universal is starting to divest itself of its cable assets. Fox is starting to divest itself of its cable network. I mean, that seems to be the new move. And so at this point, right move, wrong move, interesting move for Warner Brothers. What do you think?
Well, I think it's probably the right move. I mean, look, we are in the middle, as we have been for, I guess, decades now, in terms of changing the entire landscape. I mean, broadcast television it's just changing. I mean, it's all going to the internet. I don't know, hopefully that humanity will keep moving forward in a productive way. Maybe having broadcast, when the apocalypse comes, being able to still broadcast to people, if you can, that might be something you want to have. But in terms of the way entertainment has gone, I mean, it's clear the direction everything is headed. I do think, though, what's interesting is if you HGTV, if you think about like home improvement shows, they have this gigantic back catalog. Those are evergreen. People are always going to want to, do self-help or learn how to do self-improvement, or I mean, not people doing self, but you want to help your house, you want to do projects. I mean, all that stuff is valuable because it doesn't date. People will be able to look at that stuff forever. So those are valuable assets that I think are people are going to watch them. So I don't know what happens to those, but and I don't know. Do you start a new streaming service? I don't know how that would all look. I don't know, but I think what they're doing is very smart, and again, they're pivoting with the time.
Yeah. By the way, I've seen some people in the live chat saying, wait, so who's picking up these assets? Again, here's the way. Let's bring this up again. The way this will work is that all the stuff on the left side, Food Network, HGTV, Discovery, and others, this will become a brand new company. So now the shareholders, from the way they're describing it in the reports, the shareholders of Warner Brothers Discovery will still be the owners, but it will be a completely new entity. So if you're a shareholder, you will be a shareholder in both Warner Brothers and this new entity. They will then create a new board of directors. And then as their own company, they can continue to operate. They can sell off individual pieces. They can get acquired by somebody else. They can merge with somebody else. It will become its own company. For now, let's just call it Company X. So you'll have Warner Brothers and you'll have Company X. And then Company X can do whatever it wants. It can continue to operate all of its cable network stuff. Again, cable network stuff is in decline across the board with every company. They can continue to operate. They can seek mergers. They can seek acquisitions. They can buy somebody else if they want, but they will function as a completely independent company apart from Warner Brothers. So, and listen, the key to anything is focus on your strengths, try to eliminate your weaknesses. For Warner Brothers Discovery right now, the studio, which by the way, Warner Brothers Studio is making things like Ted Lasso. They're making Shrinking. They make Netflix's show You. They make a lot of great stuff out there as well. So you focus on your studio, you focus on your crown jewel HBO, and you focus on your now profitable streaming asset Max. You put all of your energy and attention there and let the other parts go. And we'll see if this works. I think it will. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Stitch Fix. Guys, you know I love movies, but you also know I have absolutely no fashion sense, and I absolutely hate shopping for my clothes. But thankfully, I have found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. With Stitch Fix, I get a stylist who understands my style, size, and budget, and they do all the shopping for me. Because look, shopping and figuring out style can be overwhelming, especially for somebody like me. When it comes to getting dressed, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. That's why I love having a Stitch Fix stylist. They really know what works for me. I get pieces that make me look great, and it's a real confidence boost. You just give your stylist your size, style, and budget preferences. You get to order boxes when you want and how you want, no subscription required. They send you personalized pieces, and the fit is always on point. No stores, no crowds, no stress. Just personalized looks that you will love. So guys, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Campea. That's stitchfix.com/Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting into two companies. You're going to get all the cable assets forming its own company, and you're going to get the studio and its prime streaming content on the other side in its own company, completely independent of each other. Do you think that's the right move for them? I think it is. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.